Welcome back to some new r/malicious compliance stories, where people comply to the letter, but not the spirit of a request. I hope you had a great day. Thanks for all the likes and comments on the last video. And now let's start with the first story. It's called Pending. Back when I worked DSL tech support, there was this one magical customer status I saw way too often: pending. It meant someone bought DSL and a phone line at the same time, and the system had no idea what to do with that, so nothing happened, ever. The DSL just never turned on. But here's the fun part: to fix it, you had to cancel the sale and re-enter it through sales. So I tell people that, hey, your account's stuck in pending. Let me get you to sales to sort it out. Pretty straightforward. Then management noticed. And suddenly we weren't allowed to say that anymore. No more, this will never activate unless you call sales. Instead we were told to say, your DSL is pending. If it's not on in a couple of weeks, call back. And then do that. Forever. So we had customers calling back. For months. Angrier. Louder. DSL still not on. Eventually I found my own little workaround. Your account is in a pending status. Let me transfer you to sales to see if they know why. No lies, just hope. And a vague lifeline. And that was the only job I've ever just walked out on. No notice. Just left. Because at least once a week we had an ambulance show up for someone. Once it was for me. Thought I was having a heart attack. Turns out, panic attack. First, and so far, only one I've ever had. All over DSL that was never coming. The next story is called Not Paid to Think. A few years ago, I worked as a copywriter at a small PR agency, run by a woman who treated control like a personality trait. Let's call her Marcy. She hated input. During a strategy meeting, I pointed out a massive flaw in her client campaign, something that could have cost them big. Her exact words: "You are not paid to think, you are paid to write what I tell you." Cool. Message received. From that point on, I did exactly what she said. No edits, no suggestions. No, hey, maybe don't compare our luxury shampoo to our war hero. Just 100% obedient compliance. Fast forward 2 months. 2 major clients walk. Both over campaigns that were objectively awful. Both campaigns I had tried to fix. Guess who got blamed? Me. Guess who kept receipts? Also me. I forwarded the entire just following orders email chain to HR. Turns out, this wasn't the first time Marcy had tried to torch someone under her. 3 weeks later she was restructured out of the company, and I was suddenly very encouraged to start thinking again. The last story is called Not Breaking Any Rules. Back in university, I worked part-time for an armored car company. Part-time in name only. I was pulling full-time hours most weeks, covering sick days, vacations and last-minute runs. The full-timers loved working with me, because I was young, fast and didn't care about skipping breaks if it meant getting done early. The way it worked was simple. Your shift was paid for 13 hours. If you finished in 9, you still got paid the full amount. So working with me usually meant getting home early and still getting full pay. Most people appreciated that, except one guy. Let's call him Kyle. Kyle was a professional tattletale. If your undershirt wasn't regulation, he'd report it. Wrong pants? Reported. Company branded hat, but not uniform issued? Yep. He lived to run to management. One week I got scheduled to work 3 shifts with Kyle, while his regular partner was on vacation. The first 2 days were basic retail runs. Easy money. I was the driver. And while he was inside collecting, I'd monitor the truck and pass the time checking my phone, like literally everyone else did. Apparently Kyle wasn't a fan of that. Without saying a word, he took a picture of me behind the wheel and turned it into management. Next day I get called in and warned about texting and driving. I was floored. Didn't even know what they were talking about until the union rep quietly told me, yeah, that was Kyle. he took a picture and reported you. So, it's Thursday, our final shift together. This one? A long haul. A 400-kilometer trip to the provincial depot with about 30 minutes of actual work and 9 hours of highway drive. Normally it's a golden shift. You finish early, get home early and roll into the weekend relaxed. But Kyle didn't want me breaking any rules. So I didn't. Not one. I drove exactly the speed limit, used my turn signals, stopped at every yellow light, and for the first time ever, I took the full 1 hour lunch break. And wouldn't you know it, we hit the city depot right at rush hour. What should have been a 9-hour shift took us 14. And the cherry on top, Kyle had to call his wife multiple times to explain why they wouldn't make it to the cottage that night. Guess they left Friday morning instead. Hope the extra 5 hours of rule following were worth it, Kyle. Thanks for watching the video to the end. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. And if you have time, watch another one of my videos. Also, if you want to support me further, check out the channel membership or Patreon. And now, I hope you have a great day. See you soon. Bye bye.